a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Check.
A first carry now. This is Matthews. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
That's it, baby.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Second and 4. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Slam. Showing it.
Hey, Echo. Speak them.
Running from the gun with Matthews. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
2nd and 11. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Got it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Line 54. Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Sauer. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the ready.
52. Let's go. Kill.
What?
Line 52. It's a party now. It's a party.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now they're
under a heavy rush and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first down carry for Matthews. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Sauer. And this is caught by Evans. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Sauer. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready? 10-2 start.
All day, every day.
On 1st and 10, Sauer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Sauer. And he's going to go down again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
At the Lions' 43-yard line.
Ready, set.
Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Stick down. Check stick down.
He'll pitch it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure again, and down he goes again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullock good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, exit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The pass there complete to Sutton, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Roll out, Bravo. Deep rip.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Look at me. Go. Hey, box drop.
They'll set up to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
6, pull it high.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Back to throw. Sauer. He's got it to Matthews. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Sauer. He finds his target. It's Matthews. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back to throw. Sauer. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Sauer, flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Sauer. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They're going to look to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, team 6. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get that ball.
Hey. Hey, orbit. Hit it.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
On the ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And some room to roam now. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Five. Hey!
He's coming. Double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Watch out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10.
You got tight right there.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row? You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 10 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Matthews. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sauer escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Sauer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Sauer. He's got Evans. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sauer hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, lock it.
Operating from the gun. Sauer. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's checking crack. Check 43. Let's go.
To throw again. Sauer. He's got White here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Sauer. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Let's go to 91.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sauer. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
59. Coming.
Hey, Sam off. Snap.
Matthews will try and get him in. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end left.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Sauer completes it to Dixon. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sauer throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
At the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's 2nd and 8. He dumps it off to Matthews. 5 yards on the pickup. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Throwing on first down. Sauer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line. Operating from the gun. Sauer. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Get him, boys. Yeah. That's how we do, D.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Mike 59. Mike 59.
From the gun, Sauer. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A gain of 14.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude. The lungs expand. You go down to the regular. Oh, my goodness, they can go all day. And, in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Broncos, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6 and 10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands.